Have you ever thought about participating in a virtual card making event, but hesitated because you weren't sure the quality of the lessons taught and/or the product received would be worth the expense? In this video, I'm going to show just part of the cards I made and about half of the die, stamps, stencils, and other goodies I received in the most recent Crop and Create delivered card making 3D event put on by Scrapbook and Cards Today, and you might even win some of the goodies and cards. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik and I made so many cards and received so much product. I had to divide this video into two parts. There is a link in the description box to last week's part 1 video with many more cards and products. So if you missed that, be sure to check it out. There's also a link there to all the cards that you're going to see with a few more details. This is the book that we got as part of our huge box of supplies for the Crop and Create delivered card making Spring 2022 3-day weekend of classes. I highly recommend it. It was worth every penny. We had Saturday and Sunday full-length classes with 8 nationally known companies and instructors. We also had all-day Friday. We had thousands of dollars in prizes that you could win. We had surprise guests on Friday and Saturday night. It was amazing and well worth every penny. I'm going to quickly show you about half of the products and cards that I made. These are mostly from Friday. On the other video I showed a lot from the classes, but there are a few class ones as well. So on Friday there were like mini classes. Brutus Monroe did one, and in each one of the mini classes we got something really cool to create with. In this case it was a very large set of dies, beautiful butterflies and flowers, and a set of stamps that go with. So this is the card that I made. I used the flowers. I did the coloring as he suggested with brushing inks. I even used his tip about adding just a little bit of foil to die cuts. So I learned a lot in that mini class. Here was another of my favorites of the mini classes. I had not seen smaller stitching dies, but Spellbinders gave us this stitched high. Now I have a note here. This is going to be available in May. Most of the product that we got is exclusive to the event, at least for a short time. But in this case, Spellbinders said they would be releasing this set, which is the stitched high, in May. So watch for that if you like it as much as I do. You get the die with the holes for stitching, and it's so easy to do. It's not like doing a whole card front. And then we got stamps to go with that set, and I made this card based on the instructions in the class, simply using blue thread. I just really love these, and I've ordered a few more that I'll be sharing soon. And then I just took the negative from the high and made another easy card, so cute. And then on my own I decided to make a rainbow with it, and I just love it. And I did brushing on the background in the rainbow colors, and then I did different colors of thread. And like I said, I'm getting some more of their stitched dies, and we'll be sharing more on my videos there. Angie Blum drew us a gorgeous picture and did a coloring demonstration for us. I don't really color, so they said it was foilable, so I foiled it, and then I did a second the negative through, and fussy cut the flowers and added some butterflies and made this gorgeous easy card with another thing we received. Then we one of the Friday classes was photo play paper. We got this with Heartfelt Sympathy Trio, which was a stamp and layering stencils. Again, I love layering stencils for coloring, and a die and a matching stamp. So I was able to easily create this stained glass window following her instructions. This was another mini class we had with L's Studio. We got a really cute set of stamps and die and a bunch of paper. So again, following the instructions, I made this cute card easily. And then here's another one that I made. So in the mini classes, we learned an awful lot too. Another one of my favorite classes was Honeybee. I love to make shaker cards, and these stitched stamps, dies, are so great for that. And then there's a layered Celebrate, and then this is a really cool confetti layered stencil. So I made 3 shaker cards easily with the paper and the supplies that we received. This is one she showed us in class with those stripes, and then I added some beads to really make them move. And then this one shows that layered confetti and streamer stencil and rainbow idea, and then I used different colors of seed beads in there. So really, really fun, and learning a lot in these classes. Then we got even more, and I didn't have time to even make with these. This is gorgeous stamp set we got from Scrapbook Cards Today. And then Crafter's Companion gave us this beautiful layered stamp set, and also this thanks die and stamp for more mini classes. So much, I haven't even gotten to all of it. One of my favorite demos on Friday was done by Sue Doherty of Thermoweb, and it was showing a brand new product called Deco Foil Adhesive Transfers. We got a little bit of this innovative product before it was even on the market. And I was able to easily make this hello card. We got some gold foil, and then we got a mini sample. This one says Sending Sunshine, and all I did was put it on a pretty patterned paper. This is very exciting because this product allows us to add foil without any heat. No laminator, no ink needed, no expensive glimmer hot foil system, no specialty dyes, just inexpensive foil and adhesive transfers. And a few days later, after the event closed, they actually released their first adhesive transfers, and I ordered them right away and already got them, and I'm going to show you how to use these in the card that I'm going to make. These were from Gina K Designs, and I'm going to use the Wishing You piece from this one. You get 2 sheets, and each one you cut out the butterfly or the bird or whatever you want to use, and I'm going to show you how that's done, so you could get a lot of cards. And then after you foil them, you know, do the technique that I'm going to show you, you could then, with heat and a piece of the transfer black, I can't think of what the word is. Anyway, you could do the second, you can make a second use out of it. Okay, so then there's also Unity has come out with a couple collections, and theirs are really cool font words. I will be showing more cards with these, and this is another Gina K one that I bought that has friendship and love sentiments and images. So very cool, and I'm going to show you in the card that I make how to use that. And then my favorite class from Saturday, was Gina K's class. We got a really cool layering stencil set for daisies, and then we got a stamp set that goes with it, and then we got all the dies to cut them out. So this is another set that will be available on the market, but is exclusive to the event for now. But I am going to show you with those products how to make a really cool card. But these are the 3 cards we made in class. I just followed her instructions and made 3 quick, easy cards with these products. So I am going to show you how to make a cool card with those Gina K products and also the Thermoweb. So I have started with an A2 blue card, and I folded it in half, and I did a stencil front with light blue ink and a stencil from a Colorful Life Designs. So I just added a pattern to that whole front, and then I cut out a stitched rounded square from that with a die from My Favorite Things. So that is ready to go. I decided to make the card in yellows and blue colors to honor our friends in Ukraine. So I have also cut a floral piece of cardstock, 5 by 7.5, and I scored it at 2.5 and 5, and those are ready to go. I decided to use a pretty blue sparkly foil from Gina K Designs, and I am going to say, wishing you peace, which seems appropriate for these times. And all you need to do is you're going to cut out the sentiment that you want, and then there is a piece of acetate on the back that you want to pull off. I felt it starting. Okay, but you don't want to touch that black writing, because that is adhesive. Okay, so you don't want to touch that. And I decided I want this wishing you peace towards the bottom of this. Now if you are adding any ink like I did, make sure it's thoroughly dry. So if you make any background that you're putting this on with ink or anything else, make sure it's thoroughly dry before you try to do this process. Now I am pulling out my Baby Blue by Tattered Lace. It's a mini die cutting machine, and it does work for this because we're just doing very small pieces. I normally am using my big one on the side, but I just wanted to be able to show you the whole process. So the only thing that we're using to attach this foil and this adhesive is pressure. So if you want to, you can put it through a laminator for the pressure, not for the heat, but for the pressure. But we have attached this sentiment, and we're going to put it through a die cut machine. And Gina K and some of the other people did suggest that you use like a shim too. So I have 2 pieces of cardstock here, and I am putting that on with these plates. And I'm just going to put it through the machine and then just back again. And then I am going to take the top acetate piece off, and again, you don't want to touch where that glue is, so just don't touch anything there. And then I have a small piece of Gina K's shimmering blue foil, and you just press it down just a little bit to make sure it's sticking. And then once again, we're going to put this through a die cut machine just for the pressure, and they do advise to use a shim. Again, you would have to check this out with your own machine, how much of a shim you might need. And then all we do is remove the foil, and we have a beautiful wishing you peace on there, and it has the shimmer of the foil. Isn't that pretty? Now this piece could be placed over a piece of toner sheets, that's the word I was trying to think of, a black toner sheet, then you would have to use heat. So you'd have to put it through a laminator or a mink. But this piece too could be used or even attached to a lighter colored piece here. So you can get lots of uses out of these. But for now, this piece is ready to go. I have also, there they are. Okay, so Gina K taught a wonderful class, and I showed you those. And then Jennifer McGuire did an extra video at night, and she used these products and showed a brilliant way on how to line them up and everything, and I'm totally casing her idea. So she cut all of the dies out of the packaging here. It just needs to be a thicker piece of cardstock, but in this case we'll keep all this together with the packaging. And she cut out a bunch of the flowers and petals and everything, and then she's put a piece of tape, like a temporary tape, like pixie tape is what I use, the pixie tape from Thermoweb. So that will hold it, but not, you know, not too strongly, let's just put it that way. And then I'm going to add inks to this, both with the stencils, but I'm going to start with a very, very light yellow, and just take away that whiteness. So I'm just going to make the first layer just a very light yellow there. And then I'm going to take the stencil, and I have marked a T for the top, and basically you're just going to line that up, and then take a piece of painter's tape or some kind of tape and create a hinge. And then I'm going to add the second color, which is Gina K Designs Wild Dandelion. And take this out. I'll just show you how to make two. So you can make, this is how to make them in bulk, you know, to make, I need to wipe a little bit of that brighter yellow off. So I'm going to, whoops, do the first layer again. You can make a dozen of them, you know, just one after another with these tips. It was really smart. And then we're going to put the hinge down and put the second layer, actually it's the first stencil layer, but and there's our first layers. And then this is number 2. So I'm just going to line up the center of that. You don't want the rest of them to line up because let's see where we can put our hinge. This is going to be offset a little, and then I'm going to take a VersaFine Clear, a nice bright yellow. And then put this back in. There it is. There's like a little V there that's really easy to line up. And then add that layer here. I'm just using a microfiber cloth between layers to take off a little of that yellow. And then on the second stencil is layer 3 or 4, depending on what you started with. And once again, you line up the center, and the rest, I have a T here to tell me which way is kind of the top. And now I'm going to add Catherine Pooler's Sauna, which has a touch of orange in it, just a little bit. So that last layer is going to have just a touch of orange in it. See how fast and easy that was? And if I were doing them just one by one, it would take a lot longer. So it's really cool. Really brilliant tip. Okay, so I have these two, and I have two other ones. And then there's several different centers. You can do a die cut one if you want. You can do a stenciled one. And then they have this really cute stamp, which is like another little flower. But I made it black, and then the yellow comes through, which I think is really cool. Can you see that yellow coming through that? So that's what I decided to use for it. Okay, so our flowers are done. In advance, I die cut a bunch of blue leaves and spattered gold spray on it. So those are also ready. I have more than what I need, but we'll get those ready. So this is going to be a fun fold card, and I have this piece that I told you I scored, and I have some tape on the back. And this piece is going to go inside, and it's 5 inches tall, so you have a 1/4 inch on the top and the bottom, and it goes up pretty close to the edge. And then this is going to fold like this, and this piece is going to pop in there, and we're going to glue it in, but only on that piece there. So our stenciled and foiled piece goes in there where we had cut it off. And then when it opens, it's going to open up like that, but it's going to mail flat, and then this is going to pop out, which I think is a very fun fold. Now we're going to add a flower here, but the pieces that go on this piece here have to stay within this rounded square. If they come out, they will stop this from freely opening and closing. So I'm going to put one flower there, but make sure that it stays. And then I think I'm going to put a couple of the smaller pieces here underneath. I just decided it was fun to go with blues and yellows and no greens on this one, but I could have obviously done done some green too. So let's stick these on with glue and slide them under the flower. And again, these all have to stay within these boundaries. And I decided to have this flower be flat on this piece. Wishing you peace still shows, but we have our pretty flower there. And then we're going to add a couple more flowers to the front with some more leaves, and I think these we will pop. So I'm running out of this mounting tape, but I think I have just enough for 3 flowers. What do you think? 1. And then I looked and I thought I had more, but I didn't. So it's on my list. It's just the right height sometimes. Sometimes I like a pop dot, but sometimes I like this mounting tape for just the right height. So let's put this flower here. And this flower here. And then a couple more leaves, stems. There's 3 different sizes in here, but I decided this longer one would be good for the front. And then when we open this up, I decided to add a couple more flowers here, and one of them is going to be popped, so I'm going to kind of put them together. And then some of the leaves, I think. So this is the 3rd kind of leaf. Which side, guys? This side? But of course it has to stay within the boundaries of this 1/3 of a piece here. So let's start with this one. Stick it under. Going down. This one. Going up. This one going off the side. This one's going to be down. And then this one's going to be popped. So we have our fun fold, wishing you peace, with that touch of foil there and those beautiful layered daisies. and then the card opens, and then it opens like this. It'll stand up, and we see a couple more of those beautiful daisies and some more of that foliage. And there's the card that I shared with you today. Now, I got so many dies, stamps, and stencils and other goodies. I'm going to give away a couple of the cards that I showed today, and also this fun set from Pink and Maine. There is a pretty flower and sentiments. Then there is a mini stencil. As you can see, there's bees there, so this is for making beehives. And then this layered friend, and also dies that cut out the flowers. So this set of stamps, stencils, and dies, and two of the cards that I made could be yours. All you need to do to qualify to win is to leave a comment on this video before Sunday, April 24th, 2022 at midnight Central Daylight Time, telling me where you live, and your name could be drawn to be the lucky winner. I had so much fun in all three of the Crop and Create delivered card making virtual events I have done, and I recommend them highly. I'm not getting any affiliate pennies for this recommendations, but just wanted to share it with you in case you want to see everything we learned and received. See the description box for a link to where you can find out more about the next one. Sign up is May 5th. And 2,700 people signed up for the last one so quickly the sign up had to be closed, so don't miss out. Click on the next video for more ideas that you can try with interactive dies, and be sure to come back next week for more card making joy here on Karen's Creative Cards.